Good morning, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in. It is Saturday morning. No, it's not Saturday morning. It is Tuesday morning. Sorry I didn't do a podcast yesterday. I had too much to do, if I'm honest, because I've just come back from holidays. And as ever, there is so much stuff to catch up on. And I'm trying to be good with replying to all my emails. I've got so many emails last week when I was away. So many people want consultation, which is incredible, and advice, and just 5 minutes of my time. And I'm trying to give it to everybody. Today I've got a 45-minute call with somebody. Not a 45-minute. He's put 45 minutes, but I can literally undo half an hour. So I am trying to get round to everybody. Going out. Going to a Christmas market Wednesday, Thursday, and kids' Christmas show this week, and I'm trying to meet more people in the self-storage industry, whether it means that I've got to go to them or they come to me. I just feel like it's awesome to connect, and especially in a one-on-one scenario, or you go to their company and see them. So I'm going to try and do that much more. So sorry I didn't do one yesterday. Really trying to squeeze these podcasts in, but the rest of the week I'm going to do a podcast every single day. Right, let's have a look at the post from yesterday that we sent out on MrSelfStorage.com. Oh, by the way, some awesome news. Site number 6 is nearly there. We got planning, which we didn't think we'd get, to be honest, because it's in a domestic area, a housing area. What do you call it? Residential, that's the word. Residential. It's in a residential area. And they're trying to turn it into residential housing, but the owner of the land didn't want to turn it into residential land. And so we didn't know if we'd get it. But guess what? We got 24-hour access as well, which is awesome. It's going to be a container site. I said I'm going to try and do this with under £20,000 to open a full site under 20 grand. That's not going to be the case. However, actually, it probably could be. Because if you use asset finance for the gate, I found out that the gate's about 15 grand. And I want to really, my gates are expensive already, but I've just got in touch with Dean Daly, and he's told me about this company he uses. So shout out to him. Thank you so much. Massively appreciate it. And he's told me about, I hope I pronounced your second name right. I'm sorry, you're thinking, shit, is that how you pronounce your second name? Anyway, Dean from Blue Cell Storage has put me in touch with somebody because their gates look amazing. And he's told me roughly what they cost. And we pay a little bit more than that, but his gates look better and more professional than mine. So and we're going to see if they can come up to Scotland. And so I can't wait to share where that is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to document every single penny that I spend on the site, because so many people say that they can't start a self-storage site because they haven't got enough money. I don't think you need that much money. Don't get me wrong. I know if it is 25 grand is a shit ton of money, but it's not a lot if you're starting a business that's going to make you 100 grand a year. That's an amazing return. Amazing. 4x return every single year. Crazy. And we're going to use the power of asset finance as well to do this, to prove that you can do it. So we'll probably asset finance a gate, which I know we can do. And then we'll asset finance the containers. And then the money down, hopefully if we asset finance a gate, will be under £20,000 to start this company off, which will in turn make over £100,000 a year in 2 years' time. So it's really exciting, because this is one of the reasons I'm doing it, because it's a smaller site than usual. What we're doing, that we're actually starting up here. I think it's 0.5 of an acre. But the reason we're doing it is twofold. Number one, it's 6 hours away from us. And so I want to see if it works being so far away, because if it does, it opens up France, it opens up Ireland, it opens up Devon, it opens up Cornwall, it opens up all these places, because you're not going to get much further than 6 hours away. 6 hours away. Well, obviously you can do, but it just means that if this works here, it works everywhere. And also, not only that, I want to show to other people that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get it up and running. So yeah, really, really, really excited by this prospect. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell you about why somebody is threatening to take us to papers. And I've kind of vaguely mentioned it last week, but it's a bit scary, to be honest. But what do? We know we're in the right, and they're still not accepting it. But the question is, should I be going public with it so early? Do you know what? I'll probably hold off, to be honest, because it's still an ongoing matter. And Dave Davies keeps saying, just shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. The good thing is, though, when people do tell me stuff, because I get to find out shit tons of things, and people say to me, what have you doing? This is between me and you, not for the podcast. As soon as somebody says that, I'm like a vault. It doesn't go anywhere else. That's it, gone. But with my business and me, I just can't help but tell everybody. I'm like, and it gets me in so much trouble. But I do think there's a net benefit. People keep saying to me, where's the net benefit? Where is the net benefit? I want to tell you something else. I got a phone call yesterday, and this all came because he knew me because of a podcast. The start of a relationship came because of a podcast. I can't say too much about it, but it could be a really good business deal for him and me. And so there is a net positive, I believe, for the podcast as a whole. Right, let's get on to last week's figures then, because it was an interesting week, a disappointing week overall, even though it was only, I think it was net 20 square foot down. Let's have a look. What do we find out? I think it's at the top, is it? I'm looking at MrSelfStorage.com, where all the cool kids hang out. A Monday to Friday newsletter every single week. Minus 20 square foot for the week. But that's because of Mansfield's filling up. I think we took 600 square foot of Mansfield. So if you take away that, then it's minus, 580 or something like that. Right, so let's get on with it. 81 quotes last week, 19 reservations. So we want to be hitting 30, so way below where we want to be. However, we've got to remember, it is December. And so that's a caveat there. But like I said to the team, I hate that excuse. It's December. I hate it. It's December. Bank manager, I don't have to pay the debts because it's December. Even though I've just said it's December. That doesn't wash. And so it doesn't wash with me either. If we're getting the quotes in, then we need to be getting the reservations in. And I believe that your conversion rates have to be higher in December. Why? Because we're discounting the prices a little bit. Normally the prices drop. We haven't dropped the prices this year. The prices drop in the winter because it's all about getting people in. And so if the prices are dropping, then it's a yin and the yang. Then the conversion rates have to go up. And so there's no point just having a 25% conversion rate in December. Oh, no. We've got to work extra hard for them customers and them reservations and them move-ins. So if the prices are dropping, then and the quotes are dropping, we have to increase that conversion rate. We have to. Simple as that. Right. So we had 81 quotes last week. We reserved 19. So it's basically it's less than 25% overall. So again, nowhere near good enough on the conversions there. 24%, 23%. It's not good enough. We need to improve that. Move-ins was okay, still not quite good enough. 20 for the week. Let's have a look at Willoughby then. I'll tell you what, first of all, let's tell me the cash in. This is a great thing. Even though it's quite a spell, because we've already got the customers in, this is why self-storage is so good. We're still taking a chunk of money. £36,779 overall, £1,200 at Mansfield, £1,400 at Wrexham, bloody hell, £9,000 at Clough Road, £7,400 at Beverley, and £17,000 at Willoughby. Let's have a look. So 19 reservations, one booked online. So that means that it was 5% of our reservations came from online. Katie was our top reservationer. Let's just pretend and go on. 7. She was 7. And the where's callback? Crikey. Callback 2. Nobody booked after a callback 2. Interesting. Really, really interesting. Something to talk about with a team van. Nobody booked after a callback 2. Interesting. Yep. So very, very interesting stats there. Willoughby, Wrexham had 2 reservations. Beverley had 0. Willoughby did all the heavy lifting with 11. Clough Road 2, Mansfield 3. So let's get on with the Willoughby. Willoughby had 24 quotes, so down on where we want to be. However, we reserved 11 units. That's a 46% conversion rate. That is really interesting. Great insight. Great deep dive there. Then it was 9 move-ins, 38% conversion rate. So Willoughby's doing really, really well. We had the Luton van rented out 3 times. That's a little bit low. We moved in 770 square foot, a little bit low. We still want to be 1,000 square foot a week. 1,250 square foot moved out. So it meant that we lost 480 square foot. Internal rooms, 10 moved in, 13 moved out. That's 331 occupied. 2 containers in, which means we've got 45 occupied. And we're 73% full. Don't want to go below that 70% mark. Gee whiz, no thank you. Amount of insurance sold, again, it's on the low side. Its average is £4,666. We've got £11.53 of merchandise sales, so again, on the low side. However, this next week, we're due to move in 730 square foot. This is this week, and we're due to move out 375. So it should be a good week in terms of square footage. Clough Road, 25 quotes, 2 reservations, absolutely shitty. Really, really poor there. Shitty. Wow. That's me being me. That's just like, that was just, your shit. 2 reservations, not good at all. An 8% conversion rate. We moved in 4, a 16% conversion rate. 325 moved in, 350 move out, net loss of 25. Average insurance, £4,750 of insurance sold. So again, below the threshold. Next week, bad week due. 2 move-ins due for 200 square foot. 4 move-outs due for 585 square foot. Whoa-ee. Beverley, 4 quotes. Just 4 quotes at Beverley. That is poor. Move-ins with no reservations. So a 0% conversion rate. 2 move-ins. That's a 50% conversion rate. Square foot moved in. 170 square foot moved out. 125. So we gained 45 square foot there. 4 rooms moved in. 2 rooms moved out. 84 external rooms occupied. And we are 92% full. So ultimately, I'm not concerned about Beverley because we're 2% full. So that's really, really good this time of year. 3,500 was the average insurance. Wrexham, 9 quotes, 3 reservations, a 33% conversion rate. Happy with that. 1 move-in, not happy with that. 11% conversion rate for the move-ins. Move in, 160 square foot. Moved out, 320 square foot. So that means the net result is 160 minus. However, that 1 room moved in took £12,000 worth of insurance. This next week isn't going to be good. We're going to lose, we're going to lose square footage. 25 square foot due to come in. 160 square foot due to move out. Hopefully we can make amends there. Mansfield, I am happy with how the occupancy and the amount of square foot in, but I'm not happy with the conversion rate at Mansfield. Not happy at all. We're the cheapest around. We're the best. We've got the best location. We've got the best site. We are the most technologically advanced site. We're just, every objection that there is, we overcome it at Mansfield. There's no other objections there. We are the best. We are. I don't understand why we aren't converting at 30+% here. Should be 30%. Anyway, I am a proper stickler. I do think that it's good though, because sometimes I do think that sometimes you can make it too easy. And I definitely make it too easy on myself and a team. And the problem is when you make it too easy, then it's comfortable for everybody. And so I do think that we need to put pressure on ourselves, not the team. I need to put pressure on myself because we need to improve this. We need to look at it. We need to really analyze this last week and think, right, the conversions were sucky. Why were they sucky in December? Because conversions should go up. Like I say, we've got to be more competitive. And so why should they go down? 25% the conversion rates. We don't want them around that area. We need them to be above 30%. And especially at Mansfield. Anyway, 19 quotes, 3 reservations. That's a conversion rate of 16%. 4 move-ins, a conversion rate of 21%. We moved in 600 square foot and we moved out 0. We hadn't had somebody move out yet in the first 4 weeks, which is amazing. So don't get me wrong, we got over 5,000 square foot occupied in the first 4 weeks. Amazing. Never, ever would have thought that possible. But here we are. So that's great. Absolutely fantastic. However, we do need to remember that a big chunk of that is one customer. I think one customer is like 2,800 square foot. So if we take that away, it's not so fantastic. It's meh. It's probably just above average that you'd expect. So we've got to remember that. However, I hate this. I hate it. It is the time of the year. And so, but on top of all that, the conversions need to be better at Mansfield, and we need to understand why. We need to listen to the customers. Apparently, we're not getting in touch with a lot of the quotes, but I don't accept that as a good enough reason. I don't accept that. What are we doing? Are we ringing them every single time of the day? Are we trying them at 9 o'clock? Are we trying them at 5 o'clock? Are we trying them at weekends? Are we trying them Sundays? Have we tried them? Okay, we tried them Monday, but people work shifts now. Have we tried them Tuesday? Have we tried them at midnight? I'm joking, but you get my point. Have we texted them? Have we continued to text them? And have we just written them off? Or we can't get hold of them? So we're 26% full. We've had 600 square foot moved in, 5 rooms moved in. We've got 43 rooms occupied, 26.49% occupied, which is really, really good. 15% of £15,000 worth of insurance last week sold, so an average of 3,750. 6 move-ins due this next week for 450 square foot. Google Analytics, really quick, as I go to take my kid to school. 347 people viewed our website last week, and we converted at 5%. So our website is continually convert at 5%. 19 reservations, 347 visitors to the website. So we're continuing to convert at 5%. So the key is to get people to the website, more and more people. So yeah, that is it, my friends. Thank you for listening. I will tune in with you guys tomorrow, and I'm going to take my kiddie Wink to school. Do you like my Christmas tree in the background? Right, I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.